Peace, my friends. Welcome back to another class. I'm Ben, and I'm really excited to be here sharing another yoga practice with y'all. So today, you don't really need anything. I have my mat, my 2 blocks, and a bottle of water. The blocks are totally optional, but if you have them, they might be nice in a couple poses here and there. And yeah, without anything else needing to be said, let's go ahead and get started laying down on our backs. As you lay down on your back, maybe you just find Shavasana, or maybe you come into a little bit of a wider Shavasana, meaning a little space between the feet and a little width in the arms and throughout the wingspan. Go ahead and close the eyes if that feels comfortable and take a full breath into the belly. Big exhale to let it go. 2 more like that. Full breath into the belly. Exhale, let it go. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Bend both knees, place both feet onto the mat. We'll start with a bridge pose. So start with an inhale. Exhale, bridge the hips up. Find some strength in the legs early on in the practice. Keep driving down through the feet and engage the glutes to keep lifting up through the front hip points. Find the strength. Be here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Great effort on 1. See how slowly you can come down vertebrae by vertebrae, upper back, eventually to the mid back, and slowly low back, followed by hips. Once the hips land, cross the right ankle over the left knee for a figure 4 stretch. Option to thread the needle and pull the legs in toward the chest to deepen the sensation. Option to move the ankles around. Just 2 breaths here, that's all. And then keep the legs in this figure 4 orientation. Just drop the legs off the left side of your mat for a twist. Your right foot may land on the ground, and you could stay in the twist in the figure 4, or you can unravel the legs in any other way to find a comfortable supine twist. And take a few nice full breaths into your right side rib cage here. We're just settling into the body to settle into our practice today. Release and come through center. Plant both feet down on the ground, hips width apart. Second round of bridge pose. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, drive into the feet to lift the hips up. Try to stay long through the back of the neck and use the bridge pose to create space across the front body using the strength of the back body. Keep pressing down to lift up here, this time just for 5. 4, lift a little bit higher, last 3, last 2, and on 1, slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, tuck the tailbone at the end so that the hips can land with grace. Cross the left ankle over the right knee for your figure 4 stretch, side number 2, and feel free to thread the needle, bring the legs in toward the chest to find a little bit more sensation. This goes without saying, but the nice thing about practicing online or practicing in your own home is that you have total liberty to change the practice to suit exactly where you are at in space today. Make this something that is like a little gift to your body and to your mind. From the figure 4, we'll slowly drop the legs off the right side of the mat. And you can keep the figure 4 and the legs, left foot, sole of the left foot to the floor. Or you can unwrap the legs in any way that suits you. Couple breaths into the twist here. When you finish, come through center, plant both feet on the ground one more time for bridge pose. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to bridge, lift on up, find the energy, find the effort, find the even a little bit of passion for what you're doing. And take an inhale. Press even higher on the exhale. Take an inhale. Slowly lower on the exhale. Bring both knees into the chest. Begin to rock forward and back. Gain some momentum and use these forward and back rocks to gain energy in the core and to stretch out your back. Do like 5 total rocks and then eventually come up to a seat and then to a tabletop position onto all fours. As you land in your tabletop, go through a few cat-cows. So inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat, stretch the back. Inhale, cow, stretch the abdomen, drop the belly, pull the heart through. Exhale, cat, stretch the back. Last one, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow, but tuck the toes under this time. And then exhale, scoop the hips back, down dog. Give yourself a few breaths to shift around, create a little bit of space in your first downward facing dog. Be a little animalistic with it, a little bit explorative with it. Really, I'm a believer that every yoga pose or yoga movement should be explorative or curious. Having a little bit of wonder into the body, the breath, and the mind often creates new possibility, creates new optimism in our practice. From down dog, look forward, bend the knees, and then walk the feet up to the top of the mat, forward fold. Relax the head down. Right into a halfway lift. Inhale, extend your spine. Try to really find a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Take the arms up with you. Hands to heart center on the exhale. Chair pose on the inhale. Forward fold on the exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back to plank pose. Take a full inhale in plank. Exhale, drop the knees, and then come all the way to the belly. Baby cobra. Slide the palms back to your low set of ribs. And on the inhale, peel the chest up. Try to use only your back muscles. The hands are just there for a little bit of comfort and support. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up through the chest. Peel up, peel up, peel up. Shoulder blades back. Exhale, release down. Plank pose on the inhale. Press yourself up. Down dog on the exhale. Scoop the hips back. Now, anytime we do plank pose today, you can always do so with your knees down. Anytime we lower into chaturanga, you can always lower halfway with your knees down. Take the practice in a way that serves you today. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folds. Inhale, rise to stand, arms come with. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, chair pose, drop the hips, lift the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank pose, step both feet back. Stay in plank pose for your full breath in. Chaturanga on your exhale, lower halfway. Inhale to upward facing dog, and then stay here for a moment on the first round. Firm up through the thigh muscles. Pull the hips forward toward the wrists to come onto the real tops of the feet. Roll the shoulders back and press the shoulders down away from the ears. Take an inhale. Downward facing dog. On the exhale. When we really hold down up dog and activate in our up dog, we start to realize it's a challenging pose in and of itself. Inhale, lift heels, bend knees, look forward. Exhale, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms to the sky. Hands to heart center. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands down. Inhale, plank pose this time. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift heels, bend knees, look forward. Build the momentum. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Hands to heart center. Chair pose. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Inhale, step back to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, lower. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift heels, bend knees, look forward. Exhale to the top of your mat. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Hands to heart center. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands. Step back to plank, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Keep the legs and thighs active. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send it back. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, lift heels, bend knees, look forward. Exhale, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's try out an early dancer's pose. Before we start to build our primary flow of the practice, let's get started through a dancer's pose. And know that this doesn't need to be the most perfect, tremendous dancer's pose of all time. This can just be a dancer's pose to test out your balance for the moment. Left hand connects to left foot, right hand reaches up to the sky, maybe a little micro bend in the right knee for stability, and then go ahead and kick and push and lean forward. I like to flip my right palm to face up to the sky because it helps me feel more open and receptive. Try to breathe here. Slowly come out. Try not to fling the left foot or anything like that. Gently place the foot down. Shake out the legs if you want to. And then other side. So right hand connects with right foot. Left hand to the sky. Prepare. And then kick, push, and maybe hinge a little bit. Maybe allow your left palm to flip up toward the sky to symbolize an openness and an availability to receive whatever is being offered to us today. Stay in your breath. Slowly release. Place the right foot back on the ground. Shake out whatever needs to be shaken out. And then take some easy twists side to side. You can even let your arms kind of slap against the sides of your bodies. This is such a great exercise that I personally do every day. We're going to be doing twisting as part of the practice today. So before we get into the twists that have a specific amount of form and structure, let yourself twist without all of that form and structure. Just let it feel good. Open the spine. Once you've done that a few times, let's start to build our flow. So top of the mat, we're going to float the left knee into the chest and reach the arms up to the sky. Take an inhale here. Warrior 3 on the exhale. I like to draw my hands to heart center. If you have yoga blocks, you know what to do. You could also reach the arms backwards if you want the arms to be more of a counterweight balance to the chest. Try to straighten through your lifted left leg and then slowly step back, slowly into high crescent lunge. Left foot lands back of the mat, stay high onto the toes, arms up to the sky. Inhale there. Exhale, twist open to your right. So right arm back, left arm forward, turn to the right side of your space. From here, we'll half bind through the right arm. So right arm, half binds behind the back, left palm flips up, look forward to your left hand, and then reverse the lunge, left hand up to the sky. A little balance challenge here. Take an inhale. Keep the half bind. Exhale, left hand to the ground. So we're in this low lunge twist, or this easy twist, as some people say. Left hand is down, right arm is half bound. Stay strong in your left big toe behind you, and then twist your right hand up to the sky. Look up, take an inhale. Exhale, wide-legged fold. So thread the right arm under to the mat, and then pivot all of your toes toward the left side edge of your mat, and release the head down, wide-legged fold. Give yourself 2 or 3 breaths here, just to mosey into the fold, relax a little bit, modulate the energy around. And then from here, find a halfway lift. Lengthen the spine. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Skandasana lunge, back of the mat. So bend into the left knee and work the hips in that direction. You could even float the hands if you want. From here, Skandasana, turn to face backwards, come into a runner's lunge, facing the back of your space. Drop the right knee down behind you, flip the top of the right foot to press down, and reach the arms to the sky for a low crescent lunge, or Anjaneyasana, as I will say today. Feel the right foot continue to press down to create a more authentic stretch in the right hip flexors. Take an inhale. Cactus the arms open. Take an exhale. Lift the chest. Inhale, reach the arms back up to the sky. Exhale, pyramid pose. Fingertips down, tuck the toes under, pull the hips back. Now, if you have yoga blocks, you could take your yoga blocks, maybe one of them, and take them to the back of your mat if you want. But none of these poses require blocks, right? Instead of using blocks, if this is a little bit much for you, you could just bend the knee, and that'll make it a little easier to fold and hinge. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, shift forward, bend into the left knee, plant the hands on the mat. Exhale, plank pose into chaturanga, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. We're still facing backwards. Exhale, downward facing dog. From the down dog, inhale, right leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot through, top of the mat, warrior 2. Spread the arms open wide. Welcome home. Full breath in. Full breath out. Come to star pose. Take an inhale. Goddess pose. Exhale. Heels in, toes out. Cactus the arms. Inhale, straighten the arms and legs. Keep the feet in this orientation. Exhale, goddess pose. Cactus the arms and settle low into the hips. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, goddess. Last one. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, goddess. This time, inhale, rise up to star pose, and then we're going to warrior 2 facing the other direction. So now we're facing forward again. We're regular orientation on our mat. We've done a full circle. Stay here for your inhale. Side angle pose on the exhale. You can drop your forearm to your thigh or reach the left hand down to the ground. The right arm starts by reaching overhead and feel a twisting open of the rib cage. And it's not an actual twisting pose, but without the twist in the rib cage, we kind of feel ourselves sulking down a little bit. The right shoulder's rolling down. So we want to roll the right shoulder open, create the subtle twist to expand the posture. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Half bind the right arm behind your back, and then reach the left arm forward like you're holding a tray. And then inhale, reverse the triangle. Triangle pose. Reach forward, shorten your stance if you like, and then eventually drop the left hand down either to your shin, to a block, or to the mat. Left hand to the sky, and just like pyramid pose, you can always keep a bend in your front knee for comfort and stability. Take an inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Listen carefully. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, half moon. This is where I'm going to grab a block, but you don't need one if you don't have one, no worries. And we're going to shift into our one-legged balance. Quite a challenging posture, but we can do hard things, right? And even if we fail or fall out of the posture, it's still a success because the success is in the discipline of trying, not in the results. From here, bring the right knee into the chest and see how mindfully you can close off the hips and slowly set your right foot down at the top of the mat for forward fold. Shake out your knees once you get there. Halfway lift on the inhale, forward fold on the exhale. Inhale, stretch your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Float the right knee up into the chest. Arms can lift as well if you like. Take an inhale. Warrior 3 on your exhale. Right leg reaches to the back of your space. Stay here for a moment. Breathe. Slowly step back. High crescent lunge. Stay high onto the right toes. Arms to the sky. Adjust your stance as needed. We don't always land naturally in the perfect lunge position. So you can always land and then slightly shift around. No worries. Take an inhale. Twist to your left on the exhale. So right arm reaches forward, left arm back. And we're not just extending the arms kind of lazily. We're really actively trying to reach both sets of palms as far away from the center. Half bind through your left arm behind you. Flip the right palm face up. Reverse the lunge. Inhale up. Exhale, right hand to the ground, but stay in your half bind with the left arm. Now inhale, left hand up to the sky. Twist. Exhale, thread the left arm under, wide-legged forward fold. Quarter turn towards the right side edge of your mat. Drop the head down, bounce it out a few times. And then find a halfway lift. Lengthen the spine long into a skandasana, back of the mat, bending into the right knee. From your skandasana, we'll turn around to face backwards and we'll drop the left knee down to the mat. Flip the top of the left foot to press down and reach the arms to the sky for your Anjaneyasana. Feel a lot of height and length in the spine, and then feel the fingertips as an expression of that. We'll take an inhale. Cactus arms open. Exhale. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, pyramid pose. Fingertips down to the mat. Pull the hips back and extend through the right leg. Try to stay high onto the left toe. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, bend into the front knee. Place the hands on the ground. Exhale, step back, plank pose into chaturanga, lower halfway. Inhale, upward dog, active legs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Return home. Inhale, left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot top of the mat and then open to warrior 2. Settle in here for a moment. Find familiarity. And then inhale up to star pose. Exhale to goddess pose. Heels in, toes out, cactus arms. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, goddess pose. Simple flow. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, goddess pose. 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, up. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, rise up. Warrior 2, switch directions. So right foot is forward. We're facing normal forward direction on our mat once again. Take an inhale in warrior 2. Exhale, side angle pose. Drop the forearm or reach down to the mat with your right fingertips. Same thing, embrace the twist open so that we're not sulking down, we're expanding. That's really what the yoga practice for, is to help us expand our own sense of being. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Half bind your left arm behind your back and then reach the right palm out in front of you like you're holding a tray. And then inhale, reverse the triangle, come up and extend your right leg. It might feel nice. Triangle pose. Reach and lengthen before hinging down into the Trikonasana. A block is often a welcome sight here. Let's take an inhale. Back to warrior 2 on the exhale. Use the inhale to prepare. Exhale for half moon. Again, block under the right hand might help you find more stability to expand, but you can certainly do this without the block. Lots of energy in lifting through the left foot and flexing the toes back. Take an inhale. Exhale slowly. Start to bend the left knee, pull the knee into your chest, and then begin to close off the hips with mindfulness. Place the left foot down, reset the feet, and drop the head down into your fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to keep flowing like so. We're going to add on a little bit to this flow, so keep your ears open toward the end. All right, let's start to flow with our breath a little bit more. Inhale, left knee into the chest, arms up. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, reverse the lunge, so half bind the right arm and lift up the left hand. Exhale the left hand down to your mat. Inhale, right arm twists open to the sky. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold, quarter turn on your mat. Halfway lift on the inhale. Skandasana, back of the mat as we exhale. Turn to face backwards, runner's lunge, take an inhale. Exhale, simply set the right knee down and flip the top of the right foot down. Inhale, arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, cactus, arms open. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, pyramid pose, fold. Stay here for a full breath in. Big exhale. Inhale, shift forward. Plant the hands on your mat. Exhale, plank pose into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through, warrior two. Inhale, spread the arms. Sink a little deeper on the exhale. Inhale, star pose, turn sideways toward the left side edge of your mat, or what is now the left edge of your mat. Exhale, goddess pose, cactus arms, squat into the legs. Inhale, up. Exhale, goddess. Two more. Inhale, up. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, up. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, star pose, come up. Switch directions, warrior two the other way. So left leg is the front leg. Take an inhale there. Side angle pose on the exhale. Inhale, half bind, right arm right behind your back. Exhale, left arm reaches forward. Inhale, reverse the triangle. Exhale, triangle pose. Take an inhale in triangle, feel the right arm reaching up. Warrior two on the exhale. Stay here to prepare. Exhale toward half moon. Breathe at your own pace as you pursue the half moon. A big balancing posture. From half moon, slowly step back to warrior two once again. As you land in warrior two, eagle bind. Right arm goes underneath the left arm for the eagle bind. Turn to face forward. Come all the way up into stork pose. So right knee pulls up into the chest, and then right leg over the left leg for eagle pose. Stay here on the inhale. Exhale, optional, folding forward, elbows past knees. If you folded, inhale, come back up. And then everybody exhale, release. What a journey, am I right? What a journey. Take a moment, shake out the legs, take a sip of water if you want. And then we'll go into the next side. You're doing amazing. Right knee into the chest, arms up. Inhale. Warrior three, exhale. High crescent lunge, inhale. Open twist left, exhale. Reverse the lunge, inhale, so half bind the left arm and lift through the right arm. Exhale, right hand to the grounds. Inhale, unwind the left arm, so left hand to the sky. Exhale, wide-legged fold, quarter turn on the mat. Halfway lift on the inhale. Skandasana lunge, exhale, back of the mat. Inhale, turn around to face backwards for runner's lunge. Exhale, simply drop the left knee down, set up. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, arms to the sky. Exhale, cactus the arms and lift the chest. Inhale, arms back up to the sky. Exhale, pyramid pose, fingertips down, hips pull back in space. Stay here, one breath in, one breath out. Inhale, shift forward, plant the palms on the mat. Step back, plank pose into chaturanga on the exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog, legs stay active. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find familiar territory. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step all the way up, warrior two. Inhale to spread the arms. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, star pose, prepare for goddess, and then exhale, go there, goddess pose. Inhale, come up. Exhale, goddess. Two more. Inhale, come up. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, come up. Exhale, goddess. This time, inhale, rise. Warrior two facing forward on the exhale, so bend into the right knee. Stay here for the inhale. Side angle pose on your exhale. Half bind on your inhale, left arm behind your back. Exhale, reach the right palm forward. Inhale, reverse the triangle, lift the energy up. Exhale, shift into Trikonasana. Stay here for the inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, balancing half moon. Lean out and create the space. From the half moon, we'll slowly begin to step backwards, take your time with it, landing in warrior two, and then eagle bind, left arm under the right. So the back arm is always gonna go underneath. Turn to face forward toward a crescent lunge, and then come all the way up to stork and wrap the left leg over for eagle pose. Take an inhale. Optional fold forward on the exhale. If you folded, rise back up on the inhale. Everybody releases on the exhale. Shake it out. Take a little moment. We have one more round through this whole sequence. Nothing is going to change from last round. We've already done it, so we have this understanding of knowing where we're going, which helps. All right, let's go for it. So left knee into the chest, inhale, arms up. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, reverse the lunge. Exhale, left hand down to the mat. Inhale, right arm reaches to the sky. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold, quarter turn. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, skandasana, back of the mat. Inhale, turn backwards for runner's lunge. Exhale, drop the right knee down. Inhale, arms sweep to the sky. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, pyramid pose, fold. Inhale, shift forward, plant the hands down. Exhale, step back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through, warrior two. Inhale, spread the arms. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, goddess squat, click the heels in. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, goddess squat, work in the hips. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, goddess squat. Last one, inhale, rise up. Exhale, goddess squat. This time, inhale, rise up. Switch directions, warrior two on the exhale. Left foot is forward. Take an inhale there. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, half bind the right arm. Exhale, reach with the left arm. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Exhale, head into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Inhale there. Warrior two on the exhale. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lean out for balancing half moon. Take a big inhale. Slowly step back on the exhale. Eagle bind, right arm under on the inhale. Exhale, turn to face forward. Inhale, stork pose, right knee into the chest. Exhale, wrap the right leg over, Garudasana, eagle pose. Stay here for the inhale, lift the elbows. Option to fold forward on the exhale, elbows past knees. Inhale, come back up. Everybody slowly release on the exhale. Shake out the legs a little bit. And then we have our final circle. Let's go ahead and get it. So right knee into the chest. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, warrior three, right leg back. Inhale, high crescent lunge, step back, arms up. Exhale, open twist, left side. Inhale, reverse the lunge, right palm seeks the sky. Exhale, right hand down to the mat. Inhale, left arm opens up. Exhale, wide-legged fold, thread it under. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, skandasana, back of the mat. Inhale, runner's lunge, face backwards, spin around. Exhale, drop the left knee down. Inhale, arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, cactus the arms open. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, fold into your pyramid. Inhale, shift forward, plant both hands on the mat. Exhale, step back to chaturanga. Inhale, pull the hips forward in your upward facing dog. Exhale, send the hips backwards in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through warrior two. Inhale, spread the arms. Exhale, deepen the posture. Inhale, star pose, turn sideways. Exhale, goddess squat, heels come in. Inhale, rise. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, rise. Exhale, goddess. You're doing great. Inhale, rise. I'm telling that to myself as well as you. Exhale, goddess. This time, inhale, rise up. Switch directions. Warrior two. Right leg is forward. Inhale there. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, half mind through the left arm. And exhale, reach forward through the right arm. Inhale, reverse the triangle. Come all the way up. Exhale, triangle pose. Stay here for the inhale, broaden across the chest. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, balancing half moon. Stay here for a big inhale. Exhale, slowly step back. Inhale, eagle bind, left arm goes under. Exhale, turn to face forward. Inhale, left knee comes into the chest. Exhale, eagle wrap the left leg over. Inhale, lift the elbows slightly higher. Exhale, fold elbows past knees. Inhale, rise back up if you folded. Exhale, unravel and shake everything out. Whew. Another opportunity for a sip of water or just to roll the shoulders, roll the head out, anything that feels natural. And then when you feel ready, step to the top of your mat. Amazing job, everybody. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank pose, and then lower all the way down to the belly for one round of bow pose. And you could also just choose to lay flat on the belly if you want something more mellow. We've been working hard today. Otherwise, one round of bow pose, bend the knees, bind onto the feet, kick through the feet, and then elevate. The legs are the foundation of every pose, even poses that might be more sensational in the upper body. Breathe here for 10, 9, 8, 7, you got this. 6, lift the thighs higher for 5, 4, roll the shoulders back. 3, 2, on 1, release. Either lay flat on the belly or send the hips back for child's pose. As an alternative option to the other two, you can always just sit upright. Sitting upright is a nice thing to do because it's normal to our bodies and it's normal to our nervous system. So when we've been doing a whole lot of stuff, especially if this has been a challenging practice for you, which it has been for me, I know that by the amount that I'm sweating, and it's not even that hot in here, is it's really nice to find normalcy during moments of challenge, of activation, of discipline, and heat. The normalcy reminds our bodies, our nervous systems, and our minds that we're okay, we're stable, that we can remain in control, that we can remain in calmness, even as we navigate our way through challenging situations, even as we ride the wave through high tide, if you will. The next place that we're going is a pigeon pose. So in the way that feels easiest to you, whether it's through tabletop or downward facing dog, the right leg will come forward into pigeon pose. Your invitation from me is to stay upright for a few breaths. This will require us to stay active and receptive. And we'll fold forward in a second. And what I love to do here in pigeon pose personally is to rock the hips side to side. Personally, my body is naturally extremely tight. My body's a little bit more open these days because I've been doing yoga for coming up on 10 years, but I have a naturally tight body. And so when I come into a pose like pigeon, I'm reminded of when I felt so stuck here, especially when I first started practicing yoga. I felt like I had no control over where my body was in space. So these little shifts, these modulations, these fluctuations, and these dynamic movements, no matter how small or gentle, help us build a little mobility and a little control into where we are. And I think that's valuable to not be just being able to get into a pose, but being able to control the pose. Not only able to occupy space, but to control the space in which you occupy. And then, of course, at some point, it's going to feel good just to fold forward and surrender to it. In yoga, there's a word called pranidhana. It means devotion or surrender. It's often used in the context of Ishvara pranidhana, and this concept means devotion to something greater than oneself. So I say the word surrender just to this pigeon pose because I think it's valuable at times in real life and in our practice to surrender to what is, to put the boxing gloves down and say, I'm not going to fight it anymore. I'm going to make peace with what is, and I'm going to breathe into it. And this concept of pranidhana or Ishvara pranidhana, they give context to our practice. Our practice is not just about us. It's not just becoming more flexible. It's not just becoming stronger. But when we become more flexible, stronger, maybe even a little more peaceful, a little more compassionate toward ourselves, it's natural that this energy will spread to others throughout the community that we find ourselves in, throughout the world, and throughout all beings. So when our practice has a devotion that's greater than ourselves, then we find that we're no longer just practicing out of our own potential benefit. We're practicing for the benefit of all beings. We recognize that practicing for the benefit of ourselves really is quite similar to practicing for the benefit of all beings because there's this oneness that we believe in yoga philosophy. We'll start to release out of this and head to seated tree pose, Janu Shirshasana. So we'll just wrap the left leg around, or whatever bit leg was behind you, just wrap it around, and you're just in this seated tree pose. You could totally choose to just fold forward into this space. What I find that feels really nice is a side body stretch. So you can dip through the left side and open through the right side. The right arm stretches up. I even like to take some big circles with the right arm sometimes to free up some space. When we find that our practice is devoted to something greater than ourselves, it makes us a part of something. I like to think of all the other people who might be practicing yoga, whether it's physical yoga like us, or maybe it's just meditation or breath work or any other mindful activities, just going for a walk. And I like to think of all of us as connected in some way because we're all in practice of something together. Start to release out of the seated tree and then shift right into pigeon pose side number 2. So you can just bring left leg around front, right leg around back, or whatever side that you were not doing on the first round. And then once again, spend some time in the upright position. Last thing I'll say about this idea of devotion and surrender in our practice, pranidhana, it's not only us devoting our practice to all other beings and like having that generosity, but it's also us receiving that When other people practice, when they're devoting their practice to all beings or to something greater than themselves, we're included in that. So think about how cool it is that so many other people around the world are maybe devoting their practice to us alongside of each other. I know in the modern world it's hard to feel the union in everything because it often feels like there's so much division. But the idea in yoga philosophy is that this division and separateness is actually just an illusion, like a veil that lies in front of just a whole lot of union and connection and oneness and peace. But sometimes things become so convoluted that it's just really hard to see that. It's like a fogged up mirror. If you haven't folded forward yet at any point, you're totally welcome just to fold forward. The next place we're headed as a group is the seated tree pose. Take your time as we slow down the practice. Allow it to suit what you need to round out your experience on your mat today. You can find the side body stretch, or you can fold in any other way. If you're finding the side body stretch, direct your breath energetically toward the left side rib cage. Slowly begin to sit up. And then let's go ahead and lay down onto our backs. As we lay onto the back, we'll set up for one final bridge pose. This could also be a wheel pose if you want to move into a little bit more of an expansive posture. And this could also be a supported bridge pose. If you have a block, you just slide the block right under the hips or right under the tailbone is where it feels good to me. If you're going for one final active bridge, embrace through the legs. Feel the energy of your feet pressing into the earth. Use an inhale to prepare, arms by the sides. Exhale to bridge. If you want to take it into a wheel pose, place the palms above your head and do your thing. But I'm going to chill in bridge pose today. Option to bind the fingertips behind the low back if you want to. And slowly lower down. Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees open wide. Reach the arms overhead with a bend in the elbows. You could even grab opposite elbows overhead, creating somewhat of a figure 8 shape in the body. Allowing the energy to flow through the channels. Finding yourself right in the center of your own reality. And what I really mean by that is finding yourself in the present moment. Stretch the left leg long, pull the right knee into the chest, and then guide the right leg across the body into a twist. You can keep the right knee bent as is, or you can extend the right leg out, finding an outer hip, outer hamstring stretch as well. A few slow breaths here. We'll slowly release the twist. And of course, the next place we'll go is same twist, other side. So right leg long, left knee into the chest, then slowly guide the left knee across the body, making any shifts as needed. Extending the left leg into your IT band stretch as needed. Slowly release, come through center, and then find peace in your final Shavasana. Shavasana is traditionally taken laying flat on the back, palms face up by our sides, and just a little space between the feet. You could choose to take it in this manner, or you can choose to make any changes to the Shavasana so that you can find stillness and restfulness. We'll be here for a few minutes, our opportunity to practice what it's like to be still in a world that's constantly moving. Shavasana. Take a smooth breath in, fill up the belly. Take another inhale up to the chest. Open the mouth, exhale it out. Smooth inhale through the nose. Another inhale for the chest. Smooth exhale out. One more time. Inhale belly. Inhale chest. Exhale release. Breathe at your own pace once again. Take any stretches that feel natural today, whether it's arms overhead, hugging the knees in, or it can feel really nice to roll over to one side. We'll go ahead and lift ourselves up into a seated position. End the practice by bringing the hands to heart center into prayer, closing the eyes or lowering the gaze, making an intention to move through the rest of the day with presence, with mindfulness, and most importantly, with compassion for ourselves and for others. We'll lift our thumbs up to the third eye center and the center of the forehead, and with grace, with gratitude, we'll bow forward. Thank you, my friends, for joining another practice. It's been a blessing to share this space with you. Hope to see you again soon. And until next time, peace.